You know, America's caddy. Got to talk to the winning caddy of major championship, Ricky Elliott. This is number 4 for you, but this one was a little bit different.
Yeah.
How did you stay so calm throughout all that adversity?
Really wasn't. I mean, it was a hell of a tough day. The wind was all over the place. Calmed down at times, but there was always going to be drop shots out there a day like that. It was impossible to get the wind right at times, and I mean, it was just. I mean, the work that he did the first 3 days was enough barrier for him to make those mistakes, and he came through.
Was there one part of the day when even you thought to yourself, looking at scoreboards, whew, I didn't expect it to be this much work?
Yeah, I mean, 13 when he hooked his tee shot left in the par 5, hacked it out, kicked into the rough, 3-putted that one for 6, and then on the par 3, he's just tried to hit a little knockdown 8-iron. It just went straight through the wind, went over the back, and then I mean, at that point we heard a roar in the hill, so we knew DJ had birdied, and all of a sudden it's game on. Unfortunately for DJ, give a couple back coming in, but that's just the sort of course it is. You're going to give a few away, and he played awesome all day. Obviously, put a lot of pressure on Brooks, and yeah, we're just great that we had a bit of a cushion.
What do you think the most important thing that you said to him all day was?
Just stay patient. We're still in the lead. We were always still in the lead, so that was key. DJ never drew level, and you know, the drive hit down 15 was probably the most important drive he hit all week. He'd just come off 4 consecutive bogeys and ripped this thing down 15 and 16. But yeah, I just kept on saying we were always in the lead, so I mean, he still had to try and catch us, so that's all I kept saying.
Most impressive shot that you saw to him all day?
Probably the hack out in the last. Yeah, I mean, it could have went anywhere. It was in the tall reeds and the downhill lie, and you know, we knew we needed 5, but sometimes when you know you need a bogey, you sort of, you know, but yeah, the shot out of the rough on the last was pretty impressive.
And lastly, what does this mean to you? I mean, 4 majors with this guy. Did you see this coming?
No. I mean, who could? He's obviously one of the world's top players. Mentally wise, he's unbelievable. I mean, today he just hung in there and hung in there and hung in there in difficult conditions. His best mate was coming at him. He got within 1, and you know, it hasn't really sunk in. I mean, he's an amazing talent, and he's a joy to work for.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks,
Lots
Michael.
of Michelob Ultra on this one, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Giddy up,
Cheers,
man.
brother.
Congrats.